Has anybody ever let you down in your life? Maybe a coworker said something offensive, a salesman made a mistake on your contract, or more personally, a best friend ignored your bad day. Sometimes delivering messages can be difficult. In Chapter 5, we focus on verbal messages, and I want to walk you through a concept called the I message, and also walk you through a worksheet assignment that you'll be completing for this class. What is an I message? Well, an I message is a way to blend a direct communication style, an indirect communication style, and use it for the explanation of something difficult. I'm going to take you now to your worksheet. An I message is a carefully crafted message that is sent to someone in regards to wrongful behavior. Here's an example. Consider your brother borrowed your screwdriver for a construction project, promised to return it, and has not when he asked to borrow another tool. How do you address this errant behavior in a way that lets him know he's in the wrong, in a clear, efficient manner, but also with a concern for the future of the relationship? That's kind of tough. Sometimes we go too far. We either emphasize what they've done wrong so much that it damages the relationship. Sometimes we're so soft and sensitive and indirect, paying attention to the future of the relationship, that we don't get across the fact that they did something wrong. An I message helps you accomplish both. It begins with an I rather than a you. Now, why would it begin that way? Well, when somebody starts a sentence off with like, you always, you never, you did this, it feels like a verbal finger in the face. It makes the other person instantly defensive. But when you start a statement with I, it's starting from your perspective. It helps to lower the aggression that is felt in the communication. It also calms you down and makes you think through what you are feeling. After I, share what you are feeling. This feeling can range in vulnerability from embarrassed, fearful, depressed, anxious, disrespected, concerned, frustrated. I will caution you about the word upset, because upset can mean sad or angry. I would stick to feelings that really they pull out a person's empathy. You want the other person to listen as if they were in your shoes. You're recruiting them to your side of the situation, and you need a feeling to do that. Next, you should include a specific description of the wrongful behavior. If you say, you just let me down, and you're not specific about how they let you down, then how will they know exactly what they did wrong? After the description, most I messages will include either a consequence or a result. And you're going to have to use good interpersonal competence to know whether it should be a consequence or a result. Okay, so let's go back to our example. Your brother borrowed your screwdriver. He says, you go up to your brother and say, I'm disappointed that you're asking to borrow another tool when you have not returned the screwdriver that you had promised to bring back right away. Until you return the screwdriver, I don't feel comfortable lending another. Well, this obviously is not angry. The other person shouldn't feel a large amount of defensiveness, but it's conveying a message too. Now, was that a consequence or a result? Well, it looks to me like it's a little bit of both. Until you return the screwdriver, I don't feel comfortable lending another. Here, look, the result is you're not getting another. The consequence is you're not getting another. Now, I'm just going to mention something that we've talked about prior in our notes, which is gender dialect. Remember that most men communicate more directly. Most women communicate indirectly. Your statistics there are about 80% of men are direct and about 90% of men are direct and about 80% of women are indirect. A properly formed I message will assist women in being more assertive and clear about the wrongful person's behavior, and will help the men who are more direct be careful about that level of aggression. Because gender dialect differences, most men are going to struggle to include a feeling. They're going to want to skip that part, but that's essential to creating empathy in the other person. Women may be really light on those consequences and results, and both are very important. Okay, so in your worksheet, I have several practice situations, okay? So I'm going to give you a situation, and with the first one, I even started you out and just had you fill in the blanks. These other situations, these three here, I have given you no fill in the blanks. You have to do it all on your own, keeping in mind the instructions we've gone over. Now, this is just recommended. Part 3. I would sit down with somebody that you're close to or you trust and let them read over this role play, and then you read over the role play, and then assign parts and go over the situation and kind of work through how it would feel to do this with another human being. My hope is that iMessages will make you a more effective communicator, make conflict less explosive, and will result in very clear, well-formed messages.